Of all the parts in this movie to name the movie after, to make the film's namesake, name it after the lamest part? Sure. So The Exorcism stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Simpkins plays his daughter. And if you're like me, you saw the trailer and you were like, Russell Crowe plays another priest, so he's the guy? You need a priest in an exorcism movie? Call Russell Crowe. He's not just the Pope's exorcist. He's Hollywood's exorcist, baby. But he doesn't really play a priest. He plays an actor playing a priest in a movie that's totally not a remake of The Exorcist. But it is. They keep it very vague, like, you're remaking that movie? Yes. I'm remaking that movie. And then creepy things start happening. I saw the trailer and I was like, man, I know what I'm in for here. Let's feed that YouTube algorithm machine with a video. It's not really what I thought it was gonna be. Well, at first, for the first half, maybe 2/3, definitely the first half, this film was on its way to being solid. Now, this film's directed by Joshua John Miller, who is actually the son of Jason Miller, the one who played the young priest in The Exorcist. This movie already felt meta, that just lends it to feeling more so. And to be fair, that's probably the answer to the question slash quippy ass remark I usually make in the beginning of these videos. For this video, why do they call it The Exorcism? Because, well, they just changed one letter from The Exorcist. Still, weird title for this movie because it's not really about that. And Russell Crowe is great in most anything. There are projects where I'm like, well, that was the director, not you. Not trying to make excuses, but I'm just saying that dude has it. And there are moments in here where you see it. There are moments at a point, we will say in the last act or the end of the movie, where you kind of feel like, okay, this is where you got a paycheck. But until then, there are a couple of great moments with Russell Crowe where he's given this emotional line, having this emotional moment. It's moments like that that elevate movies like this. Now, Ryan Simpkins plays his daughter, and I gotta give her credit. A lot of this movie, a lot of our trek through the film is actually seen through her eyes. Russell Crowe may get top billing, but fair argument to be made that this is actually her movie. It's easy to look over the fact that what's going on with someone's father is affecting other people. Big part of this film segueing into that's where this film excels. When it's not being a demon ghost haunting movie or a possession movie, it's actually dealing with psychological thriller elements. This movie really blends the concepts of fighting a demon and fighting your demons. We've seen that in other movies, sure, but that's brought to the forefront here. That's the point of this entire film. And while this film had been a slow burn psychological thriller dealing with past trauma, personal pain, this film looked like it was on the road to being something special, and then it just became cliche demon possession with an exorcism at the end. Bullshit. It feels like, and I don't know for a fact, this is just how it feels, but it feels like someone was writing a script that was the first half of this movie or so. Then someone from the studio was like, oh, you're not done with that script yet? Well, my kid's friend wrote this. It's a demon possession film. I mean, it's pretty short, but I think if we staple that to your script, we'll have one solid script. Complete script at that. The studio wants one right now, so go ahead and do that. I'm not asking. Do that. Then the film became exactly what I thought it was going to be when I saw the trailer. Before, it wasn't particularly scary, but I was invested. I was at least interested. Then when it shits the bed and the very end of the movie feels like that last Jenga piece someone pulls before it all just topples over, it's just a cliche-ass movie, one of the millions. That's a bummer when a movie ends on a note that makes you feel like that. Like if a movie's not finding its groove for the first half or 2/3, but the last act or the last half of the film really crushes and they just hit the bullseye, it could leave you with that feeling of it was slow, had a shaky start, but it stuck the landing. But if a movie starts out interesting and compelling and leaves off on a note that makes you feel like it's a massive waste of time, well, that is the feeling it leaves you with, and it just taints the entire experience. And that's what this movie did. In terms of the exorcism scene, it was boring. It was boring, and I don't want to get spoilerish, but it kind of seemed to miss the point of an exorcism scene. Then the movie just stonewall ended out of nowhere. In the end, I now feel as I felt when I watched the trailer. Like I'm not going to remember this movie in T-1 day. Yep, already forgot. The first half of this movie being more memorable aside, if I never watch this movie again, I'm totally cool with that. All right, so The Exorcism. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's a movie for you that started off looking promising and then just took a nosedive at a point? Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.